So for this time, we're going to proceed to the design of shear reinforcement for beams. Meaning, magde-design na tayo. Tsaka mag-investigate ng mga stirrups. So in this design example, given na meron tayong dead load. So take note dito sa dead load, included na dito yung self-weight ng ating beam. So no need to calculate for the self-weight ng beam, then i-add pa sa superimpose na dead load. Okay? So next is yung ating live load given na 15 kilonewton per meter. Ito naman yung geometry. So yung width ng beam is 350, yung beam depth is 500, yung span length is 7.5, tsaka simply supported beam yung ating uh, beam condition. So for our material properties, given na yung FC prime natin to be 13 megapascal, the clear concrete cover 40 millimeters, diameter ng aggregate 19 millimeters. Then, yung diameter ng longitudinal bar natin is 28 millimeters. Yung yield strength ng longitudinal bar is 420. So, therefore, yung area ng bar natin, so pi d squared all over 4 lang, is 615. Yung diameter ng ties or stirrups natin is 10 millimeters. Yung FYT, this is the yield strength ng ating transverse na reinforcement or shear reinforcement, that is 276 megapascal. So yung area ng ating tie or stirrups, pi d squared all over 4. So pi times 10 squared all over 4 will be taken as 78.5398. And then we have here our effective depth ng ating beam considering na meron tayong single layer ng ating steel reinforcement. So yung H natin na 500 minus yung C sub C na 40 plus diameter ng tie na 10 plus yung longitudinal bar na 28 divided by 2. So 436 yung ating B. After that is to solve for our factored na loading. So gagamitan lang natin to ng load combination. Again, yung given na dead load, included na dito yung self-weight ng ating yung beam. So gamit yung load combination na 1.2 dead load plus 1.6 live load, 1.2 times dead load na 12 plus 1.6 times yung ating live load na 15. Yung makalculate natin is 38.4. Okay. After that is to proceed to the structural analysis. So, since nagde-design tayo ng shear reinforcement, meaning dito lang tayo mag-focus sa ating shear diagram. But before that, we have to solve muna yung ating mga reactions. Now, to solve for our reactions, pwede na mag-sum up tayo ng moment dito sa point B to solve for RA, or mag-sum up tayo ng moment dito sa point A para masolve naman ng ating RB. Or simply, we're just going to sum up of all of our forces vertically, then i-divide na natin sa 2 kasi symmetrical lang naman yung ating loading. So, 38.4 times 7.5 divided by 2. So, yung magnitude ng ating mga reactions for point A and point B is taken to be 144 kilonewton. After that, we're going to sketch the shear diagram. So, at point A, we have a simultaneously, mag-increase ito at a magnitude of 144 kilonewton. So, kasi meron tayong reaction at point A na 144. 144, babawasan natin to ng load area na 38.4 times 7.5, we'll get a value of negative 144. And then at point B, meron tayong reaction na 144. So, sasarado lang yung ating shear diagram. And yung location ng ating zero shear force, since symmetrical lang naman yung ating shear diagram, is taken to be L all over 2. So, take note na itong 144, ito na ngayon yung gagamitin natin na value for our factored shear force na VU. So, yung factored shear strength natin or required na shear strength VU shall be taken to be the maximum shear force doon sa ating shear diagram, 144 kilonewton. After that is yung isolve natin yung factored shear strength at distance D or effective depth from the face of our support. So kakailanganin natin ito mamaya sa pag-solve ng ating uh, shear strength na pinoproduce ng ating shear reinforcement. So to solve, paano nakuha itong 127? Balik lang tayo sa ating shear diagram. So 144, babawasan lang natin ng load area na 38.4 38.4 times yung effective depth natin na 436. Pero since naka-millimeters ito, i-divide pa natin to sa 1,000. So we'll get 127.2576. So after that is to solve for our nominal concrete na shear strength, 0.17 lambda, the square root of our FC prime BW times D. So 0.17 times yung lambda natin na 1 since normal weight lang naman yung ating concrete. Based sa NSCP, yung lambda shall be taken as 1. Square root of FC prime 30 times yung ating BW na 350 times yung effective depth natin na 436. So yung makalculate natin, the VC is in terms of Newton to. So we still have to divide this by times 10 to the power of 3 para ma-convert sa kilonewton. We'll have 142.0902. After nito is to solve for the factored na concrete shear strength. So yung V sub C na nasolve natin kanina, we just have to multiply it by the strength reduction factor na phi, which is taken to be 0.75 based sa NACP. So 0.75 times yung V sub C natin na 142.0902. So yung makalculate natin is 106.5676. After that, we're going to compare yung V sub U sa ating 5VC all over 2. So if we're going to check yung 5VC all over 2 natin, 106.5676, i-divide lang natin ito sa 2. So yung makalculate natin na value is 53.2838. Since yung VU natin is greater siya sa 5VC all over 2, meaning yung shear reinforcement natin is required. So meaning, magde-design pa tayo ng stirrups kasi hindi enough yung cross-section tsaka yung mga properties ng ating concrete to resist our factored shear force na VU. So kinakailangan na meron itong mga stirrups. So ito na ngayon yung illustration ng ating shear diagram kung saan na pinapakita yung VU, VUD, 5VC, tsaka yung 5VC all over 2. So as you can see here in our diagram, ito yung ating VU, 144, tsaka yung factored shear force at distance D from our support is 127.26. Ito naman yung ating factored na nominal shear strength ng ating concrete, 106.57. Tsaka yung 5BC all over 2 naman to be 53.28. Mamaya, we're going to solve itong value ng X kasi ito yung length na kung saan maglalagay tayo ng stirrups. Kasi beyond this point, beyond sa 5BC all over 2, dito na portion, theoretically, hindi na kailangan ng stirrups. So proceed tayo sa next step. We're going to solve for the area ng ating shear reinforcement. So this is equivalent to 2 times ang area ng ating stirrups or ties. So the question here is bakit nag-times 2? Kasi typically, if this is the cross-section ng ating beam, meron tayong dalawang legs dito ng ating stirrups para i-resist yung ating shear force na VU. So that's why times 2 yung ginamit dito. So if we're going to review yung area ng tie natin, so 2 times area ng tie or stirrups, this is taken to be 78.5398. After dito is to solve for the nominal shear strength provided by the steel reinforcement. Ito naman yung ating equation. So V sub S, this is equivalent to the factor shear force at distance D from the support divided by yung phi natin na 0.75 minus yung V sub C. So factor the shear force at distance D from the support is taken to be 127.26 divided by gawin kong apat na lang. 2576 divided by 0.75 minus yung V sub C na 142.0902. So we'll get 27.5866. Yeah. So based sa NECP, meron limit yung nominal na shear strength provided by our steel reinforcement. And this equation is equivalent to 0.066 the square root over FC prime BWD. So kung isosolve natin manually ito, 0.066 times the square root of FC prime na 30 times BW na 350 times 436. Yung makalculate natin, divide na lang natin sa 10 to the power of 3 is 55.1644. Since yung VS natin is less than siya sa limit na 55 kilonewton, meaning yung cross-section ng ating beam is adequate. So sakali naman na yung VS is greater than our VS limit, meaning hindi adequate yung cross-section. So meaning you have to revise it para masatisfy natin yung condition na ito based sa ating NSCP or ACI. After that is to solve naman for the required spacing for our shear reinforcement. So yung area ng ating shear reinforcement AV is 157.07 0.0796 times yung FYT. So yung FYT natin is 276 times yung D na 436 divided by yung BS na 27.5866. So divide na lang natin to sa times 10 to the power of 3. So we'll get a, sorry, dapat naka-ano kasi ito, naka-Newton yung ating shear force na 27. So mag times 1,000 na lang ako dito para ma-convert siya sa Newton. Yan. So we'll get a value of 685.1995. Now, itong required spacing natin na ito, i-compare natin to sa dalawang equation ng maximum spacing. So yung first equation is ito, S max 1 is the maximum value between these two equations here. So if we're going to compare, yung A sub V is 157.0796. Oh, sorry, this is not maximum, but rather the minimum ito. Paki-change na lang sa inyong mga copies. Minimum. So, 157.0796 times yung FYT natin na 276 divided by 0.062 times the square root of our FC prime na 30 times yung BW na 350. So we'll get a value of 364. Yeah. And then, yung sa second na equation, change na lang natin yung divisor by 0.35 times yung BW natin na 350. We'll get 353. So the minimum value between these two, ito yung mag-govern. So dito meron ditong mali. This should be 353.91 millimeters. So ito yung sa first na equation. Then i-compare natin to sa ating second equation ng maximum spacing. But for that, we have to compare yung Vs tsaka 0.33 the square root over Fc prime B double mid. So based on sa previous natin na calculation, yung V sub S is 27.5866 tsaka yung 0.33 the square root of Fc prime na 30 times 350 times 436 divided by 10 to the power of 3 is taken to be 275.8221 kilonewton. Since less than siya, meaning yung mag-govern na equation dito is ito. This is the minimum between these two equations, d all over 2 tsaka 600t. So yung d natin, di ba, is 436. If we're going to divide it by 2, yung value nito is 218. Then, ko-compare naman ito sa 600. Siyempre, yung minimum is yung d all over 2 na 218. So meaning, yung mag-govern na maximum spacing natin sa second equation is 218. After that, we're going to compare yung S max 1 tsaka S max 2. Kung saan ba yung minimum, yun yung mag-govern na maximum spacing natin. So yung S max 1 natin, that is taken to be 353, while sa S max 2 is 218. So yung mag-govern is yung 218. So meaning, dito natin i-compare ngayon yung ating required na spacing na na-solve previously. Since yung S required 685 ay mas mataas kaysa sa S max na 218, therefore yung mag-govern is yung maximum na spacing. Kasi dapat, yung point na kasi dito is dapat yung required na spacing natin is hindi siya lalampas sa maximum na spacing. So therefore, yung required na spacing natin, yung mag-govern is 218. After nito, we're based sa actual usually nira-round down natin ito by 50 millimeters. So instead of using 218 millimeters, kung i-round down natin ito by 50 millimeters, so ito ay magiging 200 millimeters na. So ito na ngayon yung gagamitin natin na value para ma-check or i-investigate yung capacity ng ating shear reinforcement. So investigation na tayo, meaning we're going to solve here for the 5VN or the shear, the design shear capacity ng ating beam. So yung equation natin is 5VN, this is equivalent to 5VS plus 5VC. So gamit yung equation ng ating VS, VS is equivalent to AV times FYT times D all over S. Pero take note, yung spacing na gagamitin natin dito is yung adjusted na. Yung 200 na yung gagamitin natin. Yeah. So, yung point dito is we're going to substitute this equation here inside our equation for BS. So, yung phi natin is 0.75 times yung AV. So, yung AV natin is 157.0796 times yung ating FYT 276 times T na 436. Diba yung S na 200 plus yung 5VC. So yung 5VC natin is 106.5676. Then divide na lang natin to. So times 10 to the power of 3 para ma-convert siya sa Newton. Sa kilonewton, by the way. Bakit mali? Let me check. 0.75 AV FYT. Ay, okay. Dapat dito meron ba tayong parenthesis? Let me double check. 0.75 0.75 times 157 point saan na yung AB? Ito pala. 0.0796 times FYT 276. Yung D natin is 436. Tsaka yung spacing is 200 plus yung 5VC. 106 pala. Sorry. 106.5676. Mag-times ano pa na tayo dito? 1,000. Kasi naka-kilonewton siya. Okay. So, yung ating value ng ating 5VN is taken to be naka-newton kasi to. So, we still have to divide this by times 10 to the power of 3. So, yung value is 177.4514. No? Kasi naka-kilonewton na to. Then, if we're going to compare this sa VU at distance D from our support is only 127. Since our shear strength capacity is greater sa ating factor na shear force at distance D from the support, meaning okay, safe for shear yung na-design natin na shear reinforcement. So after nito is we're going to compute where yung VU natin is equivalent to VC all over 2 and for which yung stirrups can be stopped. So yung distance x natin, take note yung distance x, this is the distance for which maglalagay tayo ng stirrups. Kasi beyond that, hindi na kailangan yung mga stirrups. So ito yung equation, VU all over phi minus VC all over 2 divided by VU all over phi times L all over 2. So yung ating VU is, balikan natin yung VU, 144. 144 divided by 0.75 minus yung BC all over 2. So yung BC is 142.0902 divided by 2 divided by VU all over pi. So 144 divided by 0.75. So naka-ano kasi to, naka-meters. So pwede tayong mag-multiply ng times 10 to the power of 3 dito or 1,000 times 1,000 times 1 to the power of 3 times L all over 2. So yung L natin is, anong L? 7.5. So mag-times to the power of 3 tayo dito para ma-convert siya sa millimeters. Divide by 2. So we have 2,362.4005 millimeters. So ito na ngayon yung distance for which maglalagay tayo ng stirrups. So to solve for the number of stirrups, so ito yung ating equation. So yung mag-start kasi yung first stirrups natin at distance na 50 millimeters from the face of our support. So ito yung aking naging equation. So first is yung x na 2362.4005. Babawasan natin ng 50 divided by yung spacing na 200. So adjust nyo to, magiging 12. 12 plus 1, 13. So ito na ngayon yung ating number of stirrups. So ito na ngayon yung ating shear diagram for which naipakita dito yung mga values ng shear forces tsaka yung mga distance. And then ito naman yung ating detail ng ating transverse reinforcement or shear reinforcement. So meaning, at least ito yung distance x, meron siyang stirrups na 13 for which yung diameter is 10 millimeters, tsaka yung spacing is 200 millimeters. So meaning nito, at distance from the support here, ito yung 50 millimeters. Pero dito sa mga succeeding na ng mga spacing, tig 200 millimeters na. So ito yung ating detailing ng ating stirrups sa left side tsaka sa right side. So that ends our discussion for design of shear reinforcement or stirrups sa ating reinforced concrete na beam.